eons ago all that was going to happen this past weekend. He knows who the next president's going to be. He knows how that leadership will look. He knows every detail about everything until his son comes back, and even beyond that. So we don't have to be concerned for those things, but we don't stick our proverbial head in the sand and ignore it because, we do know he's in control. Yes, we pray. Yes, we remain vigilant. He even told Joshua, he was going to send him out for the Battle of Jericho and the many other battles that Joshua would pursue. And what did he tell him? Be strong. Be courageous. Don't get discouraged. Don't. And, but be strong and be courageous. And I believe that we are called to be courageous today. And Stefan, we appreciate you calling, and I hope I pronounced that right. Hi, Stefan.
Hello.
Hi, did I say that right?
It's Stefan.
Stefan, all right, I like that too. How are you doing today, bud?
I'm doing good. God is great.
He is a great God, isn't he?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, what's on your heart today about this?
Well, I've been around the block a time or two. I've had 3 different careers, and first of all, I think in reference to where we're at with all this on the global scale, it's all prophecy, and I think for all of us every day when we say our prayers, it's just for us to be prepared and ask for guidance and how we're going to deal with it and be able, when that defining moment comes, to be able to speak boldly.
And it will come on it, yes. In the name of Christ, absolutely. And it is going to come, isn't it, Stephan?
Yes, it is.
Yep, it's going to come.
In reference to our president, I spent a number of years in 3 different industries. I spent a decade in the restaurant and hotel business. I spent 20 years as a police officer,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm in my 17th year of teaching.
Wow, you are colorful.
And part of that has been in the teaching part has been in private schools. It's been in regular public schools, and it's also been a number of years in alternative schools
Mm-hmm.
where kids that have been adjudicated in the system for one felony or another are in our school, or in our school, or they can't function or refuse to function, be a better term, in the regular population schools. And I dealt with a number of people of all races and types and genders over the years in these 3 different arenas. And one of the things that I have noticed with some individuals, and our president falls into this category, people talk about all the time, they don't understand why he doesn't see the danger, why he doesn't understand. Is he that naive? Is he that much of his ideology that far off base? And this man understands exactly what's going on. And what he also understands is how exactly and incredibly and horribly wrong that he has been. But his arrogance and his lack of self-esteem in his heart of hearts, he knows that he, in the real world, and when he was elected, that's not a real-world situation in a normal country. And unfortunately, in my opinion, the United States has been normal for almost 20 years since the left has just taken over. But he knows that he's wrong, but he will never, ever, ever say to the American public, and even to himself, because his arrogance won't allow him to do it, I was wrong. And if he agrees, if he says, he even has to use a different word for ISIS. He has to use ISIL. Everything has to be separate, and if it's separate in his opinion, it's better. So he will never admit that he's wrong, and to finally say, yes, this is jihadist. This is we're in a holy war. Yes, we are at war. He'll never do it because he would be admitting that he erred, that he's wrong. Mm-hmm. He'll never do it. It's all about him. It's not about the world situation. It's about Barack Hussein Obama admitting that he was wrong about something. That'll never happen.
Well, I
That's my
tend to
statement.
agree with you. I tend to agree that he's not going to admit anything like that. And you know, and to me, that might be viewed by him as a sign of weak leadership. I like to think of it as a strong leadership, you know, but some would view it as weak. Gary, you have a comment about that? Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate that call.
Thank you, ma'am.
No, I mean, we made our comments about it earlier, and I think it was pretty clear. Just that I think that we're going to have to be focused on the leaders that we have and the leaders that are coming, and it frames what we should be deciding on who is going to be the president in 2016.
Right. And it really should cause us, Stephen, to really focus more on, okay, so we're stuck with this, you know, this is what we have until, January, whatever date that is, the inauguration. And, but who in November will we vote in for our president? And so right now, our attention really, truly needs to be directed to, all right, so what are your stances? And I believe both candidates, both primary candidates, and I'll just say primary. Can I say that?
Major party.
Thank you. I knew he'd straighten me out there. The major party candidates, have come out with strong statements. About this.
All four of them
have
come out with really strong statements on it. And in fact, that's what I want to say, and this is what's so sad.
Okay.
Is that the two third-party candidates came out with much
overlooked.
more. They came out with a much stronger, concise, and succinct statement than the two major party candidates, and that was the problem. Now, Donald Trump came out with a much stronger and concise statement than Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton came out with a very politicized statement on gun
After
control.
Being nudged, yeah.
I
think she was nudged.
No, she came out on gun control pretty strongly.
Oh, well, yeah.
And we'll talk about that after the break.
Yeah. But, and gun control really needs to concern us all, folks. I'm telling you, that is the Second Amendment right that is being threatened in a big way. 571-2428, 571-CHAT.